Hi, everyone, and welcome to our Tuesday night class. Every Tuesday night, same time, same place, to our class on aches for my pains. I have aches in my pains. And I just thought that was the cutest title. Kathy and I both came up with it together. And speaking of Kathy, she is co-teaching with me tonight. I love doing classes when we are co-teaching and bouncing off of each other. And thank you so much, Kathy, for joining. And I'm just going to start us off by giving a disclaimer. We are not healthcare professionals. We are just friends, moms, grandmas, aunts, sisters. We are just people, regular people like you and me, who have been using essential oils, and we have had some amazing success that we want to share with the world because we believe that this knowledge should not be kept to ourselves. And I bet I could speak for everyone who's on this call right now on Zoom. If you're watching Facebook Live, we actually have a good handful of people on our call. And I could probably speak for all of them. I was just shocked when I found out about essential oils and the power that they have to give us natural remedies for the problems that we face every single day. Hello, Light. And I wish, I'm not sure if a lot of you know my testimony. My mom had Parkinson's disease and she struggled a lot. And they played with her medicine and fluctuated her medicine. And I keep thinking back to what her life would have been like had she had this knowledge and could have maybe used natural remedies, essential oils, supplements to support her body as she was going through her disease. And it's just my passion to get all of this information into the hands of everyone so that you can start making better decisions for your life as well. Okay, so tonight we are talking about aches in my pains, everything that's going to help bring muscle comfort to your muscles, to your joints, to your overall wellness and well-being. And I have a PowerPoint. I love visuals that I'm going to share with you and get this up right now. And here we go. I can never remember how to get this started. Play from start. All right, here we go. All right, so first we're going to start out with essential oils that are great for topical use. Now, there are so many essential oils, and I basically just picked a handful of them that are my personal go-tos and that are pretty well known, because honestly, you can get so bogged down into which one is better, should I use this one, and being really specific to where it gets you hung up. And please know that oils are just so forgiving and so versatile that you really can't go wrong with picking one. They're all very beneficial to your body. And oils will, because they're a natural product, they will go to where they are needed in your body. And then they will, anything that's left over will just be excreted through your urine, through your sweat, and you don't have to worry about overdosing or anything like that. Okay, so here are my top 7 oils for topical use. And when you're first getting started, I recommend starting with a carrier oil. And we've mentioned a carrier oil before, a coconut oil or jojoba oil or olive oil or some kind of fatty oil. It's going to slow down the absorption rate through your skin, the layers of your skin, and it's going to, like I said, slow it down. Now, some oils, when you apply them to your skin, they absorb into your skin really fast. And that is what actually causes a burning sensation because they're just absorbing so rapidly. So to slow that absorption rate down, you can pair essential oils up with a carrier oil. Now, if you're just getting started with oils, highly recommend doing that. Or if you're covering a large area of your body, like your back or your entire leg, carrier oil is going to make it carry it across the surface even further. Now, myself and my family, we've been using essential oils for almost 6 years. There's not a lot of time that we use a carrier oil because our bodies are used to them. Hold on just a minute. I got to tell my husband to get my charger. We get my computer charger upstairs. I don't want my computer to go out on you. All right, so let's get started right into the oils. Peppermint oil comes in your starter kit. It is a great one. A lot of people go to peppermint oil when they have head tension, but you can also use peppermint oil across your body when you have any kind of muscle aches and pains. It really helps to bring soothe. It's a cooling oil, so it's going to bring a lot of cooling sensation to your skin. Use a carrier oil with that one. Lavender, oh my goodness, this is my go-to oil for that time of the month when I'm experiencing menstrual cramps. I love to rub it on the bottom of or on my abdomen, my lower abdomen, on my lower back. It helps so good. Lavender is also a really good oil when you're getting started with oils to use for your children. It helps them with their little growing pains that they have at night, and any kind of soreness. It's also like a really great oil for calming them. Panaway, so these three oils, peppermint, lavender, and panaway, are all starter kit oils, which is an amazing that they're in there. Panaway, we call it our growing pain oil. The kids love it on their cramping legs. It has a lot of peppermint in it, and it's really good for, or actually it has wintergreen in it. It's really good for soothing those, if you want to put it on your joints, if you have stiff joints in your hands. I personally like to rub it on my shoulders or on my back. Copaiba, this is one of my favorites, and I know Kathy is going to talk about using them internally. And I want to make sure that I mention that I have a personal testimony with Copaiba taking it internally. I was hit by a car 2 years ago, and on the way to the emergency room, I took a full capsule of Copaiba, and it really helped me to get through that just achiness that I was feeling. I actually got there and I felt so good that I told the doctors, I don't need any pain medication. I'm good. Well, when that essential oil wore off and I got home, I was like, oh my gosh, I need some pain medication. I was so desperate, but nope. I just kept using my Copaiba capsules, and it really helped me get through that time. Cool Azul is another great one. It's very similar to Panaway. It has a different scent to it. And then Idaho Balsam Fir. This is actually the free oil for Essential Rewards customers this month. And any of the tree oils are great for circulation. And circulation is what helps keep the blood flow when you are in pain. Now, I want you to remember this. Don't focus on the pain and taking care of the pain. I want you to focus on solving the inflammation. How can I decrease the inflammation, and then the pain will go away? Pain is just your body's response to tell you, hey, pay attention, something is wrong. So once you say, okay, brain, I recognize that you're telling me something is wrong, you can go away now. Then you focus on the inflammation. Okay, last but not least, for topical oils, Deep Relief is my jam. I absolutely love Deep Relief. One time I picked up my son out of the car. I picked him up. He was a big boy, and I pulled a muscle in my shoulder, and I just felt it like rip right then. And I grabbed my oils. I was like, what oil do I have on hand? And I had used Deep Relief before, but I was never really in any kind of discomfort. And I put it on there. I went to sleep immediately on that trip. Woke up the next morning, had no issues. I was like, okay, maybe that oil is still lingering. Okay. And so I rubbed some more on there just to keep myself, I'm like, I'll just keep putting on. Went to the beach, did cartwheels and swimming and everything. And my husband looked at me. He's like, you are such a liar. You just didn't want to unpack the car last night. And I was like, seriously, I totally ripped my shoulder blade. And I don't know what happened, but magic happened that night after I put on that oil. Okay, I'm going to pass it over to Kathy, and she's going to tell you about our creams for topical use.
Okay, so first I want to say this. Like, if anyone wants to ever teach a class, make sure you let Lisa know. And why I'm saying that is we just go with it. Because you want to know why? I prepped to do the topical oils because I thought Lisa was doing the other. But you know what? It's all good. This keeps us on our toes, and we're going to go with it, right? So that's why I want to encourage any of you who want to do a class, just come on and do it with us. None of us are perfect. We just go with it, right? All right, so let's talk about Coolazole and the CBD muscle rub. This is both really good, y'all. The Coolazole, just like the blend, has wintergreen, peppermint, helichrysum is in that. And when you apply it to your target zone, it is going to deep penetrate. And all of those oils are really, really good for inflammation. So like in 1994, there was a study done that showed that peppermint is the #1 pain blocker oil ever. So that is one that you want to help block your pain. And then wintergreen, helichrysum, all these other oils that Lisa just mentioned, those oils help to get in, oxygenate your cells, repair the cells, and create that inflammation to go down. Like she said, the creating your circulation, improving your circulation and all of that. So Coolazole is a really great one, just like the blend, but this is a cream. I like the way it smells, but you just put it directly on the target area, and it does help to soften that pain as well as move that fluid around. Now, the CBD muscle balm is really, really good. And the thing about the CBD balm, y'all, is this. The muscle rub is, remember, it has the CBD in it. It also has the essential oils in it. But guys, the great thing about the CBD is it works with the body's natural endocannabinoids to heal your body, basically, or so to support your body at its peak so that it can have the tools and the resources to feel better. So when that happens, it is really, really good for inflammation. So when that swelling comes down, then it has also has the essential oils in there that helps with pain blockers. And inflammation is nothing more than when you have pain, you have inflammation in the body somewhere. And that just means that it can be acute. It's really the body's natural response to, say, injury or something like that. It's trying to protect itself. And when it gets us into trouble is when we have chronic inflammation throughout the body. And these are products that are going to set our body up so that they can actually do their job. I mean, our body's always trying to be in homeostasis, right? And so when we give it these products, then it has the resources that it needs to want to do that. So that is what I have on those two.
Kathy, you are amazing. And I am so sorry that I took your part. You know what? It's totally okay, because me and you have been using oils for so long that it doesn't really take a lot of prep for us to do these classes. But I'm sorry that I did not let you do the part that you prepared for. So let's go on to, I will do internal oils for internal use. And like I said, I already talked about Cope by Eva. Now, before Young Living came out with their CBD oil, Cope by Eva was like the go-to for that, almost very similar to CBD oil. And I'm gonna be honest, it is actually stronger than the CBD oil. And I've used the CBD oil. I like it, but I will tell you, my go-to is Cope by Eva. It's more affordable. It's half the price of, if not even more, half the price, over half the price of the CBD oil and tincture. And it's just one of my favorites because I had that, when the car hit me, I used it and I had that personal testimony. It is just my go-to. And it's also one of the main oils in a recipe that I'm going to share with you on the next slide. Okay, lavender. So you can see right here, these oils have a white label and they're different from the oils that you had in the last slide. They are labeled for internal use by Young Living and have been approved by the FDA for Young Living to state that they are for internal use. Now, that doesn't mean that other essential oils cannot be ingested. We just legally cannot say that an oil that is good for topical use can also be used for internal use and have the exact same label. Just like you would find coconut oil in the beauty section at the grocery store, and then you would also find it in the baking section at the grocery store. Okay, both of them are going to say different things, but they're the same exact thing. So when you have a Vitality labeled oil, it's the same quality as the topical use oil. So lavender can be taken internally, and it has those same anti-inflammatory properties as if you were to apply it topically. And then frankincense, it is like the king of oils. It's very similarly used to lavender, and you can take it internally as well. And then you have the CBD oil tinctures, which Young Living has the CBD oil where they do not have the, what is it called, Kathy? The stuff in it. I can't even think of the name. What is it? Tell me, Kathy. THC. Jared's over here, doing the letters for me. THC, it does not contain THC. So you do not have to worry about a drug test. You do not have to worry about failing a drug test. Now, the CBD oils do have a 500 milligram, and then it has an extra strength at 1,000 milligrams. I'm gonna go back to what Kathy shared about the CBD muscle rub. Y'all, it is legit. It is one of Jared's favorite products. He actually has his own container beside his bed, and he uses that, and we love them. Okay, so how you would take them, how you would put the oils and take them internally. We have something called veggie capsules. Jared, can you go get me the veggie capsules in that corner cabinet and bring them to me? So what you would have is these vegetable capsules where you would open it up just like a regular capsule, and you would add your oils to them and take them internally. Now, some people would just put them in water. Thanks, babe. Some people put them in water, so this is what they look like. Some people put them right directly underneath their tongue, put them in water, take them in capsules. I personally like to take them in capsules or all of the above. I like to use them all different ways. Okay, we're going to talk about the Mbomb Recipe. This is an abbreviation for another name. You can look it up or ask me later. How you would make this Mbomb Recipe: you would do 4 to 6 drops of each of these oils: Idaho balsam fir, copaiba, or frankincense. And oils metabolize after 2 hours. So the oil is no longer present in your system. It doesn't have a preservative in it, so its medicinal properties are going to be gone after 2 hours, and you're going to need to take another capsule. I have had a friend, I was at her birth, her home birth, and I literally gave her these capsules like every 1 to 2 hours for her natural delivery home birth. And she had a beautiful delivery. She was able to manage her pain and her discomfort, and it was just a very beautiful experience to see these oils in action. Okay, tossing it back to Kathy to finish up with supplements. These are some of my favorite products.
Yes, these are great. And the only other thing I wanted to add that I had found out about lavender really quick, Lisa, is that in 2013, there was a study done, and it was, they took kids that were having tonsillectomies, and they divided them into 2 groups. And they have protocols on the hospital floor, when they come out, to help manage their discomfort. And in one group, they had the protocol for discomfort, but they also used lavender. And in the other group, they just had the protocol. And what they found is the group that was using the lavender did not need any kind of extra management for comfort. discomfort. So how incredible is that? That is pretty, I go for the science in this stuff. And like she said, all of these are excellent. And that just tells you how strong they naturally just support our body. They want to bring us to balance. So I just had to share that really quick because I found that very interesting. All right, so let's hop to it. One of my favorite, I was prepared for the supplements, so oh gosh, gotta love these classes, right? So this is my favorite, sulfurzyme. I cannot scream this enough. I talk about it all the time. We just talked about it not too long ago in a supplements part 2 class. I love sulfurzyme. There's lots that we can share about it. We just shared about it last week, I believe it was. It has liver support, skin, hair, grows the beautiful nails, grows the beautiful hair, all the things. But it is also really, really known for its anti-inflammatory properties. And why does it do that? So just so you know why it's so important, guys, I really encourage, if you have not started on sulfurzyme each and every day, I highly recommend this one for you. Because, and you see it right there on the front of that bottle that Lisa has beautifully done these graphics. It says, that MSM right there, that is an organic sulfur. And what that does is inflammation comes from high pressure with inside of a cell. And it's higher on the inside of your cell than the outside of your cell. That's what makes us have inflammation. And MSM totally goes in there and changes that fluid pattern and balances it out. That is why it's so good for anyone that has any kind of chronic inflammation, and you will notice it a difference. So if you are someone that battles anything with a discomfort on a chronic basis, you definitely want to get this one. But I use it all the time. It has so much in it that supports us and just keeps our body strong and wanted to bring us to homeostasis. Plus, if you want to grow your nails, this is the one to use. If you want to grow your hair, this is the one to use. But for discomfort and management like that, it's a great one. So make sure you're picking up the sulfurzyme. Agiles supports our body's acute inflammation. So if you have something that you've hurt and you have acute chronic inflammation like that, then this is a great one. It really supports your cartilage. It supports the flexibility, promotes joint health. So it's definitely a great one. You would just take 2 caps daily. BLM is a bone, ligament, and muscle support. You would take, if you're like 120 pounds or so, you would probably take like 1 capsule 3 times daily. Over 120 pounds, you could even go up to 4 times daily, but I would stick around 3 times daily, not 3 at a time, just 1 capsule 3 times daily. But it's going to give you all the support. So if you've had an injury to a foot, like I have broken my foot, Lisa's broken her foot, this is a great one to take to supplement, to give you a good buildup and support into your ligaments. If you've had a rip or a tear, muscle tear, add BLM, you will definitely notice the difference there. It has anti-inflammatory properties, guys. All of this stuff does, and that you will hear this throughout the whole class tonight, and how important, how it supports the body so that we can, like I said, the point is to decrease the pressure within inside the cell that make it lower than the outside of that cell. And last but not least, and all of our favorites, is Ninja Red. It is the #1 whole food antioxidant supplement on the market. There's no other one on the market like it. And so with that, it has the highest antioxidant levels. And we know that it rids the body of toxins and free radicals and all the things. But when it's doing that, it is also releasing all the support that you need for that inflammation to start to come down. That's why when we take it, our mobility is better, our joints are better, all the things. Plus, it gives us the energy. So it's going to naturally help rid that. And it's just a good one for, my testimony is I believe it's helped my eyes to improve. It's really good for the liver. It helps to bring oxygenation and swirl. And then there's that great video that we've shared when you drink Ninja Red, what your cells look like before Ninja Red and after Ninja Red. So it's a great one to add to the source and bring your body to homeostasis.
Thank you so much, Kathy. And I can personally attest to using Agiles after my broken foot. and I use it every single day, and I swear by it. It was absolutely amazing. And I recommend it to every single person who is dealing with ongoing or chronic chronic discomfort. It is the one that you should put on your essential rewards order and order it daily. Allison, did you have a personal testimony that you could share about Agiles as well?
I do, yes. So my husband is a mechanic and he works on his feet, also obviously using his hands. So he gets really bad hand cramps. I'm pretty sure he has some early stages of arthritis in his hands. And I ordered the Agiles for him, and I told him I wanted to do a trial and make him take the Agiles for a full month. And within a couple of weeks, he was feeling the difference in his hands and the way that his bones felt. So that was really amazing to me.
I love that. I love it when we could try things on our husbands and that they work, because then we can, we don't seem like the crazy, oily ladies in the house. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining us on Facebook Live. We will be here next week, same time, Tuesdays at 8 o'clock Eastern every Tuesday. If you don't have oils, we have the best way for you to get started with the there's several different several different premium starter kits, but our favorite is the one with the 12 oils, the diffuser. So many good oils, so many good products that come in that. We would not be doing this if the products did not work for us. And all of us have had our personal testimony. So if you are somebody who is watching this video and is ready to get started, reach out to the person who invited you to watch the video or send it to you. Or if you don't have anybody, comment below and we will definitely help you get started. Also, if you're not using oils already, we invite you into our educational group that we have on Facebook. And we invite you to come and just learn. And I say, try before you buy, just learn and get experience with them. And we promise it is not a hoax. These actually work. I've seen time and time again, and we will share more testimonies with you throughout this year as we do our classes in 2021. We will see you later, and have a good afternoon or a good evening.